You follow the diet from your favorite health expert, but the brain fog, the afternoon crash, the stubborn inflammation, it's all still there. Maybe it's even worse. You're caught in a trap. You're being a diet parrot. You're mimicking the experts, hoping for their results, but you end up feeling broken when it fails. You blame yourself for not being disciplined enough or not doing it correctly. But the truth is, you didn't fail the diet. The diet failed you, because the one-size-fits-all approach is the biggest lie in the health industry. Your biology is unique, so your system needs a unique blueprint. So what if you stopped being a parrot and became the architect of your own health? In this episode, instead of giving you another set of rules to follow, I'm going to give you the tools to write your own rules. We're going to dismantle the myth of the perfect diet, and I'll hand you the framework I've used to build a system that is guaranteed to work for you, because it's based on you. It all starts with a mistake I made for years, a mistake that keeps many of us stuck in a cycle of failure. It's what I call the Dogma Trap. Let's be honest, the world of health optimization is a jungle of conflicting advice. One guru tells you to eat only meat, another tells you plants are the answer. One says fat is fuel, another says it's the devil. So what do? Do we pick a flag to fly? Do we join Team Keto or Team Carnivore? What type of parrot do we want to be? The parrot is smart. He's driven. He reads the books, listens to the podcasts. He hears a high-performance guru say that a slow, strict ketogenic diet is the key to unlocking cognitive function. And because he's good at spotting patterns, he thinks, if it worked for him, it has to work for me. That was me. I was the perfect parrot. I followed the protocols to the letter, and every time I started a new protocol, it felt like it was working. For a while. But after a while, the cracks always started to show. My digestion was off again, my energy was brittle, my brain fog, the very thing I was trying to eliminate, came back with a vengeance. And the worst part, I blamed myself. I thought, I'm just not disciplined enough. I must have done it wrong. I must have misunderstood something. If I'm not getting the results, then I must have not followed the rules properly. This is the Dogma Trap. It's the belief that there is a single optimal human diet out there, and our job is just to find it and follow it perfectly. It's a trap that keeps us failing and jumping from one protocol to the next, constantly seeking an external answer, never building true self-awareness and self-reliance. It's a recipe for failure because it's based on a fundamentally flawed premise. The premise is this: that we are all the same. That a diet that works for one person should work for everyone. And science is proving conclusively that this is just not true. Nutrition science has relied on population averages for decades, creating one-size-fits-all dietary guidelines that fail individual bodies. Studies analyze large groups and produce statistical averages, completely missing the dramatic differences between every single one of us. The problem isn't just in the research. These population-focused recommendations undermine your health when your unique biology doesn't match the statistical model. Think about it. Researchers observe thousands of people, calculate the average of their responses, and then tell you what to eat, based on what worked for a theoretical average person who doesn't even exist. It's like being prescribed someone else's eyeglasses and wondering why your vision isn't improving. What the science also shows us is that our different genetic blueprints can cause wildly different responses to the exact same foods. Some people thrive on nightshade vegetables, while for others it's simply more inflammation. And it goes deeper. Research into the ecosystem of the trillions of bacteria living in our gut shows that you and I might only share about 30% of the same gut bacteria species. Your gut is a unique fingerprint. Think about that. How could we possibly expect a standardized diet to work for two completely different internal ecosystems? Following an expert's diet plan is like trying to navigate the Amazon rainforest using a map of the Sahara Desert. The terrain is fundamentally different. This is where we make the shift. We stop looking for a better map and we start learning how to read the terrain. We stop being the parrot and we start becoming the architect. The parrot asks, what protocol should I follow? The architect asks, how do I design the protocol that works for me? N equals 1. It's a simple concept that changes everything. It means you are the lead scientist in a research study of the one and only person that matters. You. Your body isn't a faulty machine to be fixed with an external manual. It's an intelligent, adaptive system that is constantly giving you feedback. Your symptoms aren't random bugs. They are data points. Your subjective feeling of energy isn't some fluffy, unreliable metric. It is the most important high-fidelity signal you have. This is what I call developing our embodied intelligence. When I made this shift, it was a complete revelation. I stopped seeing my body as an opponent that needed to be disciplined into submission. I started seeing it as my ally. I stopped asking, is this food good or bad according to some research or experts? And I started asking, what does this food do to my system? How does it affect my energy, my focus, my sleep? I went from being a follower to being my own scientist. You might be thinking this sounds slow and complicated. And how can your gut feeling be more reliable than a scientifically designed plan? It's a fair question. And the answer is that we don't abandon science. We apply it properly. We can learn from and get direction from population studies. Then we need a framework to run our experiments in a way that's safe, effective, and provides clear answers. We need a tool that lets the architect design and build their own system with confidence. This is why I created the Body Compass. It isn't another restrictive diet plan. It's not another diet plan at all, in fact. It's the exact opposite. It is a framework for exploration. It is an architect's toolkit. It's a tool to help you design your own protocol. And it's incredibly simple. We just divide all foods into 3 zones. That's it. First is the red zone. These are the usual suspects. foods that are universally harmful, being harmful to our gut, pro-inflammatory to our system, and low in nutrients. Think processed sugar, industrial seed oils, artificial ingredients, etc. In our N=1 experiment, we start by removing these foods completely. It's about creating a clean baseline that is so clear we can hear our body's signals properly. Then, the second group of foods is the green zone. These are the foods that are universally healing, being nutrient-dense and anti-inflammatory. Think leafy greens, high-quality animal proteins, colorful vegetables, healthy fats. We load up on these. This is our safe harbor, the foods we can trust to heal us and provide us with energy. Lastly, the third group of foods is the yellow zone. This is where the personalization happens. It contains foods that can be healthy for one person and inflammatory for another. Think nuts, seeds, eggs, dairy, nightshades, and a few so-called healthy grains, plus more. Then, knowing the three zones, the body compass process is really simple. First, you spend a period of time eating only from the green zone to lower inflammation and reset your system. This is the safe harbor where we can resensitize to our body's signals and our body can return to baseline. Second, then we systematically reintroduce one food at a time from the yellow zone. Third, we observe and track our data points, our energy, our sleep, our digestion, our mental clarity, etc. Did that handful of nuts give you sustained energy? Or did it trigger your brain fog an hour later? Does Greek yogurt supercharge our morning? Or does it leave you feeling bloated? The answers that you find will build your personal blueprint. You're not following rules anymore. You're gathering intelligence. You are building your own unique high-performance diet from the ground up, based on direct evidence from your own body. This is the path to freedom from diet dogma. This is how you become the architect of your own health. So, let's bring it back. The mistake isn't choosing the wrong diet. The mistake is believing that there is one right diet to choose in the first place. The shift is from being a parrot who is endlessly searching for the next protocol to mimic to becoming an architect, empowered with a process to design your own protocol. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to start your first N=1 experiment. Stop outsourcing your health to gurus. Start listening to the incredible intelligence of your own body. And once you embrace this principle of biological uniqueness, the natural next question is, what's actually possible? Most people think healthy just means not sick, but there's a whole spectrum of performance beyond that. In the next episode, we're going to explore the many levels of energy, moving from just surviving to truly high output thriving. Don't miss it. To get you started on this journey of becoming the architect, I want to give you the tool itself. I've put together a one-page poster of the body compass. It lays out the red, yellow, and green zones, plus many of the symptoms to watch out for. Go to the link in the description to download it for free. Stop following someone else's map and start becoming the architect.